All right, we are back at Ignite doing interesting conversations with interesting people. I'm still talking about Azure networking. There's so much to talk about. And I am here with Jeff, and we're going to talk about something really cool in Azure networking that I bet most people don't know about.
Oh, well, welcome. Thank you very much. I'm Jeff Cohen. I'm a product manager at Azure, responsible for really two areas. One is the SDN, or software-defined networking stack. This is the ability for you to take your corporate enterprise applications and move them into the cloud by virtualizing all the network components. Yep. The second part of my job is running Microsoft's Global WAN. Our Global WAN is the wide area network that goes from our data centers all the way out to peering locations and then to the ISPs that connect you and your businesses. The combination of both of those enables our customers to take their applications from their on-premise and into the cloud and make them work as if it's one seamless network.
Okay. Now, okay, that's cool. Okay. So, but global WAN, you're saying this is a big thing then?
It's a very big thing. It's comprised of two major components. We purchase and borrow equipment from the industry to put together, stitch together a network that is either owned and completely owned and operated by Microsoft, or it is operated by Microsoft to provide that very great service for people down to their offices.
Right. Okay. Cool. So I mean, I bet if you talk to like the compute people who have a lot of CPUs, they're gonna say like without us you couldn't do anything with Azure. But now that I'm talking to a networking guy, you're gonna say, of course, that hey, without the network, you would not be able to say anything or talk to anyone at all. That's the bottom line. That's where we start, right?
Well, I think that's a very interesting way to you approach this conversation, because as I started, I said I run two teams. The software-defined network is all software, 100% virtualized on those servers.
Right.
So that's part of the server infrastructure, the compute infrastructure.
Of course.
And the WAN is a much more physical infrastructure. But here at Microsoft, we're combining both of them. We're actually putting together a software WAN. This is where we take commodity hardware and we combine it with the software that we used in Azure to enable people to enroll, to scale out, provision, and run their services, and then shut it off when they don't need it. So a scalable WAN based off of the same constructs that you would get in Azure on your servers.
Okay, cool. So just to again, if I can bother you with the size of stuff, really, do you have any numbers of how big things are we talking about here? It's global, it's huge, but how huge?
I love that. Huge. How huge?
It's huge.
It's huge.
Right?
It is touching 300 different nations around the world.
Wow. All of them, basically.
All of them,
right.
Yes. It supports all 45 regions that Microsoft has operating today.
45. I remember when it was 8.
It's amazing, isn't
Right?
it?
Yeah.
It supports well over 100 internet exchange points. This is where internet service providers connect into Microsoft.
Other providers connecting to Microsoft.
Absolutely. Okay. We have about 3,500 of those providers connecting to Microsoft in multiple locations around the world, which could be over 8,000 peering sessions. So a lot of different diversity. Our fiber backbone is, like I said, owned and operated by Microsoft.
Of course.
We lease the fiber. It's called an IRU, or 20-year right to that fiber. We let it up with optics that are owned and operated by the company. We actually developed a bunch of them.
Yes.
And so between those optics and this fiber, we're able to do 8 terabits per second per segment around the world. That's a lot of data.
That is a lot. That's a whole lot of data. There's other words I could have used, but I'm not going to go with them. I'm not going to go with those words. All right, cool.
If you think about diving, we also own 8 subsea systems around the world.
I like what you did there.
You like that? You said it was a good combination.
Right.
Yeah, that's the networking. That's the networking part of networking.
That's right, it's the networking.
So
Networking. Cool. Okay, great. So that sounds absolutely mind-blowing, because really, it is difficult to wrap your head around how huge and how much data and how much traffic. That's absolutely cool. Thank you for talking to me today. That was great. Thank you, Jeff.
Absolutely. It was wonderful meeting you. I appreciate it. Thank you.